Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe
Radhe. Vilapa Kusumanjali, verse 55. Oh Manogya Hridaye, girl with a beautiful heart, oh Sadaye, merciful girl. Will that beautiful blessed day come when this maidservant of yours will massage your feet, and Shri Rupa Manjari takes care of your hands? Notes. Shri Raghunath Das is agitated by feelings of love in separation. He is deeply absorbed in his Svarupavesh, and he has no other aim than Swamini Ji's lotus feet. In his prayers, Brajavilasa Stava, he says, "My heart is very agitated by remembering even a drop of the sweet divine nectar ocean that is the Yugala Kishore." The Acharyas are our example. Our life should be completely in allegiance to them. It is the nature of greed that it will not let a person in peace until they have gotten the object of their desire. This means that when we think of something for a moment, and the mind is drawn to something else the next moment, we cannot really speak of genuine greed. When the aspiring devotee perform bhajan, following the acharyas, a tiny drop of their vast devotional greed may become infused in our hearts. How sweet are the activities of Sriman Mahaprabhu's associates. Whether they were householders or renunciants, they were all free from attachment to sense gratification. Their auspicious arrival into the material world was meant for distributing devotional experiences and detachment from sense gratification. Every mouthful of food causes nourishment, satisfaction, and cessation of hunger. I cannot understand that I am Radha's maidservant in my bodily consciousness. There, I just like to be connected to Maya. Srila Narottam Das Thakur is singing in Prema Chandrika, Bhakti Chandrika. The senses that dwell in our bodies are so many enemies. Nobody cares to stop them. My eyes see, my ears hear, but I don't listen, and my heart knows, but does not realize. One thing is for sure, this body cannot stay. I am chewing the thorns of sense gratification like a camel who cuts their mouth and tongue by chewing thorns instead of eating the mango pits of devotion like the cuckoo. I am burning to death in the fire of Maya, but still I will not relish the nectar of devotion. I consider the poison of sense gratification to be happiness, although I should know it to be miserable and temporary. Taste the nectar of Govinda subject and associate with his devotees. Know loving devotion to be real. Radha Mohan's service is bliss, and a lack of their service is misery. I desire service, being surrounded by the Sakhis. That service contains the greatest bliss. When you love God, the divine remnants of that love will be scattered throughout the universe. You see everywhere this love. Then you can experience universal love as it is. Then the spiritual world is sweet. The material world is sweet. And sweet Radha Mohan are even more sweet. Sweetness will be pervading inside and outside. Swamini is resting on an excellent bed, covered with a bluish sheet. This sheet is so very dear to her, because it is black, blue, and reminds her of Mohan. She dreams of Mohan, and his sweetness makes her happy inside and outside. Rupa and Tulasi's friendship is similar in this material world, where they are known as Rupa Goswami and Raghunath Goswami. In the spiritual world, they are Rupa Manjari and Tulasi, and they are admiring the charming beauty of Swamini and serve her limbs all the time. How wonderful is their love for Swamini. In this world, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami introduces himself as follows by writing in the end of his Vishakananda Stotram. Srimad Rupa Padamboja Doli Maitraika Sevina Kenachit Gratita Patyai Malagreya Tat Ashrayai. He says, this garland of verses was strung by someone who subsists simply on serving the dust from Srimad Rupa Goswami's lotus feet. May the devotees who take shelter of him accept the fragrance of this garland. It is described in Bhakti Ratnaka that after reading Sri Rupa Goswami's play Lalita Madhava, which describes Sri Radhika's feelings of separation from Krishna, Srila Raghunath Das almost died of transcendental pain. Just to save his life, Sri Rupa Goswami gave him another drama, Dan Keli Kaumudi, to read, a one-act play which deals with the blissful meeting of Radha and Krishna. This inspired Raghunath Das to write his jewel-like one-act play named Dan Keli Chintamani. So they are inspiring each other in their devotional service. Srila Rupa Goswami has also written a dedication to Raghunath Das Goswami at the conclusion of his Dan Keli Kaumudi. O Madhava, my friend Raghunath Das has given up all other activities and is now living in a cottage on the bank of Radhakund, very anxious to exclusively serve you and Sri Radhika. You always give your merciful glance on those who live in Vrindavan, and you fulfill all their desires. So, please quickly make the tree of Raghunath's aspiration bear fruit. These are some example of their very intimate friendship. Tulasi and Rupa both climb on the bed to serve their Swamini. They are not at all shy. Their servant mood is mixed with the mood of friendship for Swamini. Tulasi calls Swamini Manogya Hridaya, girl with a beautiful heart. Literally, the word manogya means knowing, gya, the mind, manaha. Srimati knows what is on Rupa's and Tulasi's mind, and so she gives them this service. Manogya also means beautiful one. Her endless beauty illuminates the house, the bed, and the hearts of the kinkaris. Her aura has turned Shyama Sundara golden, making him become Gaura Sundara, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. She is the quintessence of Mahabhav personified, all the poetic analogies about Srimati Radhika's beauty. Her face defeating the moon in beauty, her eyes defeating the lotus flowers, and her nose defeating the sesame flowers are ultimately futile. They are not completely fitting. Only by her mercy, in the form of ecstatic love, she can be seen and felt in a heart that is illuminated by Vishuddha Sattva, pure goodness. Whatever falls into an ocean of nectar becomes nectarian. Similarly, the garments, the ornaments, and everything of Sri Radhika, who is the personification of Mahabhav, are also filled with Mahabhav. The Mahajans relish this, and we taste their remnants. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has written, Radha is anointed with the fragrant smelling anointment of the affection to her Mohan. This makes her very fragrant body shine brightly. She takes her first bath in a stream of nectar of compassion. Her middle bath in the stream of nectarian youthfulness, and her final bath in the stream of nectarian beauty. Then she puts on a silken blue sari, made of her own bashfulness. Her second red garment consists of passionate love for Krishna, and her breasts are covered with a blouse of loving pink. She is anointed with 3 ointments, with 3 creams. The vermilion of beauty, the sandalwood pulp of the love of her girlfriends, and the camphor of her beautiful smile. Her body is decorated with musk pictures that represent Mohan's brilliant erotic rasa. Her braid is made of hidden anger and opposition, and scented powder of her calm, yet not calm, attributes adorn her limbs. The red color of pan that represents her passionate love brightens her lips, and her eyes have eyeliner of the crookedness of love. Her body is adorned with all the ecstatic ornaments. She is also adorned with 20 other bhavs, such as Kila Kinchita. Opposition bhav, at the same time smiling, at the same time angry, at the same time crying, at the same time laughing. All opposite bhavs are combining to a wonderful, wonderful, beautiful attraction to Mohan. Her whole body is hung with flower garlands of wonderful attributes. Her forehead is brightened by a beautiful tilak of fortune. Prema Vaicitya is the jewel. Prema Vaicitya is this situation when she is in Mohan's lap and at the same time she's feeling separation. She's together but she's feeling separation. And in separation she feels togetherness. And her heart is the locket of that beautiful jewel. She places her hand on the shoulder of a girlfriend named Adolescent, and she's surrounded by her Sakhis, who represent her mental activities that are all concentrated on Krishna's pastimes. She sits on a bed of pride in the abode of her aroma, that is her body, always thinking of Mohan. Mohan's names, Mohan's qualities and glories are her earrings. She loves to hear about them. And Krishna's names, qualities and glories form the stream of her words. There are no other words. That is kirtan. She makes him drink the honey beverage called Shamaras, erotic flavors, and she always fulfills all of Mohan's desires. She is a mine full of jewels, pure of love for him, and her body is filled with all incomparable attributes. Oh, Bhavuka, Bhaktavrinda, sensitive devotees. This is the introduction to the embodiment of love for Mohan. And that is why the address Manogya Hridaye is used here, and justifiedly used. Srimati lies down on the bed, prepared for her by Tulasi, like the queen of swans, Rajahansi, lying on an ocean of milk, enjoying with Mohan in her dream. She speaks, she laughs, and she turns on her other side in her dream. Although Rupa Manjari usually massages Srimati's feet, she has now mercifully given that service to Tulasi Manjari, and she has taken to the service of Swamini's hands. Manogya also means merciful. She whose heart is enchanting because she cannot tolerate any other person's misery is called Manogya. Swamini herself mercifully places her lotus feet on her Tulasi's chest, knowing how anxious she is to serve them. Her lotus feet pour the nectar of sweet rasa over the lotus-like hearts of her manjaris. That is why she is addressed here as Sadaye, or merciful girl. Knowing what is on Tulasi's mind, Swamini lifts her feet upon her chest. How intense is their feeling of mindness! She takes all her maidservants to her in all respects, calling them my Rupa, my Tulasi. How blissful it is to hear all this. What to speak of actually attaining this in truth? How mercifully Swamini lifts her lotus feet on Tulasi's chest. Shri Raghunath experiences this and calls her Sadaye, merciful girl. How beautiful are Swamini's limbs. She sees Rasadaj, Shri Krishna in her dream. Shyam pervades Swamini's dreams. How wonderfully she relishes this. Every and each of her limbs blossom like a flower, by relishing the sweet taste. And the fortunate maidservant swims in an ocean of rose. Suddenly, the vision vanishes and Sri Raghunathas pitifully prays again for his devotional service. Alas, when will that beautiful day be mine? When will you engage your maidservant in massaging your feet, while tears of loving ecstasy stream from her eyes, and her friend Sri Kusumanjali will blissfully massage your beautiful lotus-like hands? Ay, beautiful-hearted girl, O merciful Radhe, when will that blessed day come?
Radhe Radhe Govinda